Now, other interesting political news, you have the director of Black Voices for Trump held in jail without bail. Now, this specific gentleman is by the name of Harrison Floyd. He becomes the first MAGA ally to be booked behind bars in the Georgia election fraud case. Now, it looks like he's being held without bond as well. He's being charged with racketeering, conspiracy to solicit false statements, and influencing witnesses. Now, he's accused of pressuring a poll worker by the name of Ruby Freeman to confess the voter fraud crimes she didn't commit alongside a former publicist of Kanye West. And this again is being same county Trump was elected is in Fulton County, Georgia, and it looks like he didn't renegotiate his bond. And you're also having a couple other folks. You have Trump's former chief of staff, Mark Meadows, also surrendering in Georgia, although released under a $100,000 bond. Now, earlier this year, this gentleman Floyd was charged and attacked by an FBI agent who was working on a special counsel Jack Smith's parallel probe in the 2020 election interference by Trump and his allies. This is according to the Washington Post. And the affidavit said Floyd body slammed an agent who arrived at his Rockville, Maryland home to subpoena him to appear before a federal grand jury in Washington, D.C. And it said, allegedly, he said, quote, "Who the F do you think you are?" unquote, as he was standing chest to chest after the agent knocked him backward with his body. Backward with his body. So it'll be interesting to see, because there's a lot of nuances when it comes to any police interaction. I don't know if this person had police gear on, if they were identifying themselves. If they're not, you're probably concerned of who is this person I don't know on the property. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. But it also looks like in terms of the interference, it says Freeman and her daughter Shane West gave testimony that House Collection Committee on January 6th were subject to conspiracy theory echoed by Trump and his allies, and says they were falsely accused of pulling phony mail-in ballots from suitcases. Freeman and Moss suitcases while tabulating election day at Atlanta's area. So yet another former Trump ally who's being jailed. And it looks like he's also, for the intimidation, it'll be interesting to see, and again, it's hard to prove intent or what someone's thinking inside. It appears as if he saw someone who he interpreted as cheating in terms of the voting process. So he allegedly attacked the person, which again, obviously, there's never any there's never justification for that type of violence in that situation. But I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how the prosecution goes. But it's fascinating to see yet another Trump ally arrested. Again, we've never seen this on the opposite side of the political aisle. Republicans are really good at sending letters, but not actually doing anything. So it'll be interesting to see as this fascinating, complex whole situation around the 2020 election comes back to light. Another interesting thing people probably ask us, why did you wait 3 years for all these filings? Sure seems like opportune timing, but who knows? As I always say, time shall tell. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, we're trying to get to 3,000 subscribers by the end of August, so you can click that button and greatly appreciate it. Also, don't forget to take the time to like as well as comment. The feedback is greatly appreciated, helps the channel grow and develop. Also, and lastly, don't forget to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.